You're listening to the Hustled Up Podcast. We're Holly and Laura, besties since birth, cleaning business owners, multi-passionate doers, and founders of the Hustle Haven, a modern business education and networking collective built for fellow entrepreneurs who crave growth, support, and real connection. Now, we're your go-to girlies for the real side of entrepreneurship. We're covering wins, fails, and the messy middle. So come on in and let's talk branding, booking, burnout, and everything in between. If you're in serious need of tips, tea, total transformation, and that let's freaking go energy, you're in the right place. Grab your earbuds, turn up the volume, and let's hustle up.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Hustled Up Podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Laura. And don't worry, Holly's joining us today. And not only is Holly joining us, but we also are joined by a guest today. We had the pleasure of speaking with Candace Young. She is amazing. She owns Spotless Home Cleaning, but that's not all she does. She also is growing a TikTok following. She has over 27,000 followers and growing, as I mentioned, on TikTok. She also owns her very own coaching business where she specializes in helping solo cleaners. And I just love this perspective because as we talk about on this episode, so many coaching programs today are geared towards growing a cleaning empire. And while that is what some of us want to do, aka me and Holly, that's not what everyone wants to do. So we really talk about solo cleaning, how she coaches and mentors solo cleaners. We also chat a ton about good ideas for your cleaning business as well. So if you are in the cleaning industry or you really just have a small business, this is definitely an episode that you're not only going to want to listen to, but you're also going to want to go pause this and grab a pen and paper because Candace, not only is she just such a breath of fresh air and so fun to talk to, so easy to talk to. This is really the first time we got to chat with her for a long period of time. And Holly and I, when we left, we were like, okay, we got to jot down all the notes, everything that she said, because she just has the most incredible ideas and is also just such a good human. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Candace Young.
Hey business owners, are you looking for a better way to communicate with your employees? Whether you've just grown tired of your boring, unresponsive email threads or you're sick of paying tons of money for something like Slack or Connect Team, Discord is your answer and I'm going to teach you all about it. In the Hustle Haven's brand new course, Discord 101, I am going to walk you through step by step on how to create a Discord server for your business. This detailed course features over 90 minutes of video content, as well as a bunch of PDF downloads to get your server ready to absolutely slay your employee communications. Get ready to level up your company culture with this free platform. Don't wait any longer. Discord 101 is the course for you.
Okay, we are back with Candace Young, and I am so excited for this conversation because she is a badass solo. It's late, y'all. She is a badass solo cleaner, and she also is blowing up on TikTok. Her content is so good. She has a coaching business, a cleaning business. She's doing all the things. So I'm not going to go ahead and keep talking about her because I think she could do a better job about that. So Candace, welcome. Thank you for being here. And I would love for you to just introduce yourself to our listeners.
Yes. Hi, my name is Candace Young. I have been a solo cleaner for over a decade now. I'm in the upstate of South Carolina. And in the middle of a midlife crisis in the beginning of January, decided to start doing TikToks for the fun of it, trying to just to have something for myself after me and my husband had our third, we call her our oopsie baby. We have a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 16-month-old.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just kind of wanted something for me, for fun, to kind of break up the everyday. And I just kind of started filming like almost like mom content, I would call it, just like my everyday as like a working mom. And then I kind of realized the cleaning content was the more fun thing to do, like sharing my everyday today, my cleaning knowledge. People were really getting into that, the products I used, and just teaching them. And I started in January and we're about to hit 27,000. So it's gotten a lot bigger than I thought that it was going to, for sure. I had no intentions of ever, blowing up like it has.
That's amazing.
awesome.
It's interesting meeting like a TikTok, like a late bloomer on TikTok, like January 2025. That's late to start on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
Everybody hopped on in 2020.
Yeah,
with the
I've been
COVID
on it.
craze.
I've just always been a watcher and a consumer, and never in my wildest dreams ever thought that I would ever. I don't even like post on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not a social media person. I'm definitely not tech savvy. I am like an old school, like pen and paper person. I don't know anything. I didn't know anything about editing, nothing. I went in completely like, okay, let's figure this out, having no idea what I was doing. Like I do everything in life, just head first, having no idea what I'm doing. And I just got good at it as I went. So it's been really fun. It's a lot of work. I didn't realize how much work it was actually going to be now that it's kind of turning into something, but I really love it. And I love my followers and I love the kind of brand that I'm building. And now it's opening up these new doors and ideas of things that I never thought were possible to start doing.
Amazing. Are you like getting collaborations or like paid deals or anything like that?
Not yet.
Or are you on
Not
TikTok Shop?
I am. I tried the TikTok shop and I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I'm not like salesy. I don't want to like, that's not what I want my platform to be. I want it to be more about coaching, mentoring. If a collaboration or a sponsorship were to come and it's a product that I use and already use and trust, because a big part of my platform is recommending products to people and educating people about products and how to clean and doing it the proper way, not using hacks, reading your labels. I'm a big sucker for actually learning how to do it the right way and sharing that knowledge with people. And I would never want to recommend a product that I didn't believe in or use already. So if it's a product that I use and they want to do a collaboration, sponsorship, spokespersonship, whatever everybody else is doing, then I would definitely consider it. But my platform's definitely not going to be one that pushes products or pushes, any type of sales I always have something in my TikTok shop that I use. Like the Rinse-A-Roo is a product that I use in my videos, but you don't ever see an ad for it. You don't ever see it in a TikTok shop link at the bottom of my videos. I'll use it. And if they say, what is that? I'll say, oh, you can go find it here if you're interested. But that's pretty much about it.
I get so sick of the TikTok ads. I'm not going to lie.
I
I'm
do too.
scrolling and I get so sick of them. So it's really refreshing because I do feel like a lot of people will just promote just to promote and not even really use the product. So you kind of have to be on the lookout for because I have been a sucker. I have fallen for the TikTok shop many a times and I get a product and it sucks. Not even just a cleaning product, like a regular product. Don't get me started on the beef tallow.
The beef tallow. Oh
on my
God,
face.
forget it.
That was a thing.
Yeah, the beef tallow skincare was crazy, and she's putting friggin' beef fat on her face. I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
But I fell for it because I was like, it's gonna make me look younger. Wow, I'll try anything.
Yeah, no,
like an idiot.
I've seen other cleaners that I know are sponsored by cleaning products and using the cleaning products and pushing the cleaning products. But also as like a seasoned home cleaner, I'm like, I know better. I know you don't use that product to do that, just because I know as a home cleaner what we do. And I never want to, I don't want to use the word sellout because I feel like that's so 1994, but I never want to promote a product that I'm not going to use and that I wouldn't recommend. And a lot of my stuff I make, so I really don't use a lot of store-bought products.
People who do that, once they're found out, and they will get found out, then you lose the trust of your audience, and then forget it. It's just
like
a nightmare
when
from that
TikTok was
point.
shutting down,
So
everybody came out with their lies that they were saying, like I never made those ice cubes or whatever that one girl was doing.
I remember that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
All the lies.
I was like, why would you do this?
There will never be a lie exposed about me.
Yeah, I love that.
You have credibility, and that's why people
and a lot of my followers
because they trust you. You have that credibility.
Yeah, I'm always going to be honest, and I'm always going to be real, and I'm always going to say, I hate this and this is why. I love this and this is why. Now, my followers will laugh at this and understand like this. If Dawn Dish Soap wants to sponsor me, I will head first dive into a sponsorship with Dawn Dish Soap.
Period. Same.
Girl, same.
Yeah.
You should see the next room. It's just all full of Dawn Dish
Soap
bottles.
That's what heaven's going to look like for me.
Dawn Dish Soap is a hot topic.
It is.
Yeah.
Y'all, they get heated in the comments about some Dawn Dish Soap. I've had to block people over Dawn Dish Soap.
Yeah.
That's something I do promote on my page. I have a business coaching mentorship service that I have started. And that came organically as well from people asking me for help to start their business, which I had already done in the past. Like in my real life, I had helped people start their cleaning businesses, and I loved doing that. And I loved helping people. And so I kept getting, the DMs and people in the comments. I started making videos about how to start your cleaning business and literally would walk people step by step how to start a business and how to handle problems that come along with operating a business. And people were just like, well, I want more. I want more. So I just started offering, private coaching and mentorship programs. I have 3 people that are under my ongoing mentorship that I talk to weekly, and I'm coaching them to grow their business.
Wow. And that just started from people asking you and there being interest. When you started posting on TikTok, you had no plans to do that?
No, none at all. And people just were asking me, and I was just like, well, you know what? This is a great idea. I love doing this. My heart is helping other people. And I've honestly come to love the coaching aspect more than anything. And I think I started booking 2 months ago, and I'm already almost booked for the rest of the year
Wow. With coaching clients, you mean?
with coaching. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. That's so cool. How did you get started? Like I know you said it came from an interest, but was one of the people that was asking for advice from you, did somebody suggest that? Like, do you have coaching? Is there more that you can help me with? Or were you like, wow, there's really a need here and
Yeah.
I want to fill that need?
It was more than I just, wow, there's really a need. And the videos that I were making were not filling that need. So I said, okay, where can I go one step further? And I was like, well, let me just offer private classes where people can come and ask me anything they want to. And so I have 2 different plans. Well, 3 if you consider the mentorship, but I have a 1-hour Zoom session where you can pick 2 topics that you want help with. And I will actually, put together an entire coaching session just for what you want. You get notes on it. We go over the notes and I walk you through and teach you whatever you need to in that hour. And then I have a bigger package that is an hour and a half of coaching over 3 topics of your choice. And that actually includes all the paperwork that you need for your business, like your cleaning agreements, your contracts, your quote sheets, everything that you would need. It comes with a marketing packet with like advertisements and, flyers that you can do and, samples of those because I have a background in marketing. So I'm really good at the marketing aspect. So a lot of people come to me for help with, well, how do I grow my brand? How do I market? How do I get clients? That's a pretty popular question I get asked.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a big one that everybody wants to know about the marketing.
Everybody.
And is your coaching program geared towards solo cleaners specifically? Is that your ideal client?
Yes, it is, just because that's just, my specialty. I am a solo cleaner. That's all I've done. And I know most coaching that I looked into is geared towards people that want to grow an empire. Everything I saw on TikTok or just in coaching in general is how to grow an empire, how to do this. And there wasn't any resources for just people that were happy and content staying solo, but just wanted to make the most out of it. And so I wanted to be a resource for them.
I think that's beautiful because I think that you just hit on something really, really important that we talk about a lot is that everybody has a different goal in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you're offering something specific to that goal because I do see it. You're right. I mean, the mentorship program that we're in, it's about how to be a millionaire,
Yeah.
mop-free business owner because that was our goal. But some people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to have employees. And I can totally understand why, at this point, I understand why. But I think it's important to know that whatever it is that your goal is and your plans are with the business, that's okay. And you don't have to compare it to anybody else's goals or plans. And I love that you have something so niche and so specific when it comes to what you're offering.
Yeah, and it's definitely every coaching plan is geared towards that person and where they want to go with their business. That's the first thing I ask my coaching clients is, where do you see yourself in 5 years and where do you want me to help you get to? How can I help you get to that point? So I have some clients that just want to get to, making 6 figures by themselves and want me to teach them, how to do that. I have some clients that want to hire employees but are still solo and want me to help them get to that point. I know how to get to that point. I have talked to other people that have hired employees. I have have people that are just starting to hire. I have personally hired people and done admin work. Me and my husband had a marketing company before this. So I've been a business owner before that has hired people. I know how to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I can help other people get there if that's what they choose. If whatever you need help with, that is what I'm here to help you get to your goals.
I love that. I have an interesting question for you. What is your favorite topic? Because I'm sure that people give you their topics that they need help with, and some of them you're probably like, oh, I don't want to talk about this again.
Probably how to grow your brand. I feel like I have a very unique way of teaching people to develop a brand. And what I mean by that is how to become a household name in your town. And I love talking about that topic and I really feel like if you want to be successful in your town, you have to become a household name and a recognizable name in your city. And I love teaching people the little tips and tricks that I've learned on how to do that. And pricing is the one thing I hate talking about because pricing is such a hot topic.
I'm also a branding nerd, so I love that. That's what lights me up as well.
Yeah.
What other topics have you covered? Like, just so that I ask this so that in case anybody, because we have a lot of solo cleaners who listen to our show.
Okay.
So in case anybody's like, oh, I want to ask about this, but I don't know if I can. What else do you teach on, would you say?
Marketing is a huge topic that people reach out to me for. Another one that surprised me was setting boundaries. Like how to set boundaries with clients is a very
That's a
popular
good one.
topic people reach out to me for. How to get clients, how to build relationships with clients is another one that people ask a lot about. And time management is another one that it seems like a lot of solo cleaners are struggling with, is how to build their schedule and the time management aspect of it. And then I get a lot of, well, I want to make six figures. Like I want to make the most money. How do I do that? So it's across the board, but yeah, marketing and branding are definitely the biggest ones that people ask about. Because people that want to start cleaning businesses because they like to clean. They don't know anything about running a business. And finances is one
So
thing I
true.
do. I'm not a financial expert in any way, and I do explain that to my coaching clients. I am not a financial expert, but I have learned how to pay my taxes as a home cleaner. I have learned how to save for my retirement as a solo independent contractor. I've just kind of learned all those things, and money management is something that a lot of people ask about as well because they don't know the business aspect of it. They just want to clean.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did not know anything about starting a business when we started ours. We just said, "Oh, let's clean and it's easy and cheap," and in the beginning, and it's all these things, but um it it is a lot of numbers whether you're doing it solo or not, because
Yeah.
you do have to know how to manage your money. And I feel like that's even a little more difficult as a solo cleaner because it's all going to you and it's easy to be like, look at all of my money.
Yeah.
But instead, you have to put some to taxes, put some towards products, invest in your marketing avenues and all that stuff.
Yes. And I made a video a couple months back breaking down how to explain where your money goes to your clients. And it completely blew the minds of all my followers. And it even made one of my clients that I've been cleaning for almost a decade raise my rate that she pays me because I wasn't even trying to like convince her. I was just explaining to her the topic. And she goes, "Oh my gosh." She's like, "We don't pay you enough." But I was like, basically like,
Wow.
say you're getting paid $100 to clean a house. Okay, right off the top, $30 is going to taxes, 30%. Then you've got to take out money for, your liability insurance, your supplies, your gas, your car maintenance, to restock your supplies, your savings, everything that you pay to run your business comes out of that money. And then you're usually left with about 30%. So you're really cleaning that house for $30. So you have to think about your pricing that way when you go to clean a house. You have to come up with, I teach my clients, a bottom dollar. Think of your business expenses. What is your business overhead and what is your life overhead? How much money do you need to make? And that is I don't clean this house for anything less than this amount. That ensures that you are always paying, taking care of yourself first.
I couldn't agree more. It's so funny because I do think that a lot of people start a cleaning business because it is quote unquote cheap. And we have learned over the years that it is actually very, very expensive. It's expensive to own literally any business.
Yeah.
But the cleaning business, it is very expensive. And I don't think people realize that.
Well, not if you're doing it right. It's not cheap if you're doing it right. It's very expensive.
True. I think are too many people who aren't doing it right, and
They make us look bad.
they get themselves into trouble later.
Mhm.
That's that's what happens. But when you do it right, you're protected under everything, and your clients' homes are protected, and
Yeah.
luckily all of that makes it a selling point though. So I'm sure you get, why are you so expensive when Nancy down the street is only charging $50?
Yeah.
And that's when you go on to say, well, with me you get, and then you state your value.
And that's the biggest problem with our industry is there's no regulation in home cleaning. It's literally like the Wild West. Everybody's charging what they want, doing what they want, cleaning how they want. And then home cleaners, get mad and kind of buck back at the clients for rebuttaling, their prices and what they do, and be like, well, why don't you do this? And why don't you do this? Well, what do you expect? Every home cleaner they've ever met has told them something different, charged them something different. There's no consistency in our industry.
Yeah, and it's oversaturated too. I do think that that's the other problem. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it in where you're located too.
Absolutely.
You see a post in one of those Facebook moms groups. Does anybody have a cleaning service? And boom, boom, boom. There's new ones popping up every day.
I know. I see them in mine. I'm like, who the hell is this person? I'm like, another one?
I know.
What the freaking hell?
I called them the new realtors on Facebook. You know how realtors are the same way? I said home cleaners are the new realtors. You cannot, every single person. So I teach that. How to stand out on Facebook is one of the biggest things I teach, because it's so hard. You have to be a little more systematic. You have to be a little more sneaky, and building a brand and becoming a household name is one way to get around that oversaturation in your community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize too, because we have had other friends of ours that have cleaning businesses that say, well, I just do Google ads for marketing. I don't post on social media. It's not important. You can grow without it. And I'm like, you can grow without it, but you'll grow a lot faster with it.
Yeah.
Or you'll have that, like you said, brand recognition where people know you, they like you, they trust you.
Yeah.
So I love that that's a big thing that you promote, because people don't realize the power of social media for your business.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't. It's one of the most important in 2025. It's one of the most important things you could do. Plus, in our industry, in the cleaning industry, like, this is and I tell this to our employees all the time, this is incredibly intimate, and having someone in your house is scary. So if I'm going to a website where it's just a bunch of, like, that cartoon lady with, like, the duster,
Yeah.
and, like, it's always the same friggin'
I know
lady.
exactly what you're talking about.
You know which one I'm talking about?
She's always like,
And I'm like, again, I know this woman. And it's like, but every time I
clip
see like
art.
just like the stock photos, and you don't even know the owner, and you don't see any names on the website, and they're not on social media. I'm like, I would never hire this company because I don't even know who's coming in my house.
Yes.
yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And
Like,
that's where
like when
building
they call you, Candace, they know you're the crazy lady on TikTok.
Yes. Well, that's what building the brand and building the relationship in your community is. Like, you want them to know who you are in your community. I use so many examples when I'm teaching this. Like, there's one girl, her name's Shelby White. She has, a couple different names have changed over the years as her company has grown, but I think it was like White Glove Cleaning Service was her last service. I have never used this woman. I have never met this woman. No, I don't know anything about her. All I know is she is all over Facebook. Everybody recommends her. She's, constantly interacting on the Facebook, answering questions, just posting. I teach people Facebook is a great tool if you use it the right way. If you're just on the town Facebook ads, posting ads trying to get sales, that's not the right way to do it. You need to use the Facebook as a relationship building tool. You need to make yourself known in your community by building that relationship with people that live there. Randomly post spring cleaning tips. Sponsor a family for Christmas. I teach a lot of people to give back to their community through, this. I was like, there are so many ways to make yourself known in your community and get clients without being that salesperson. But yeah, branding is so much with that. And then I see, I know when I have followers that are in my town that listen to me or follow me on TikTok, because after I posted about giving away free cleans is one thing that I always tell my people on TikTok to do, is to sponsor families and do free cleans is one way to get your word out about not only your cleaning business but to help people in your town. But post free cleaning advice, kind of be like, remember in the 50s they would have like that wife section of the newspaper where they give cleaning advice or like home tidying advice or whatever. I was like, kind of think of yourself.
I do know of that.
I can't think of what it is. I need to look it up because every time I talk about it, I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of it is. But I was like, kind of be like that person for your community. Be the local cleaning lady and build that relationship. But I will see people posting like free cleaning advice. Then I saw another person giving away a free clean. And then just Tuesday, I made a video talking about I do an all-day maid service for one of my families. I stay all day. I do a deep clean of the house. I do laundry service. I do organizing tasks. I do all day. I'm her, maid. I go twice a month to do this for her. And I was talking about how to offer this to your clients. And so many people are like, I've never even heard of this. This is amazing. I want to do this. And today in my local moms group, I see a girl post, hey, just testing the waters for this for an all-day maid service. This is what it includes, discounted rates, to try it out. And I looked her up and she follows me and I was like, good girl. So it's so
That's
funny. But I
That
love
is
it. People
so
are getting
funny.
No,
Oh
you
my
got
God.
me thinking. I'm like, all-day maid service.
I know. I kind of like
I'm
it
like,
too. I'm like,
do we need
wait
to
a
steal
minute.
that?
I'm
Wait a minute,
thinking.
that's
I'm thinking it
genius.
out. Like,
People
yeah.
would
Oh,
love
no.
that. Are you kidding me?
I would love that
So
too.
I
I
came
know.
up
I would
with
love that.
like a genius. So I'm coaching one of my girls. I'm mentoring her to grow her business. And we came up with like this fantasy genius plan for having employees. And one of those was, how you have like older retired, kind of not yet grandmas, but they're older retired women that don't have a family to take care of anymore, but still could use a little bit of extra money on the side or they're bored. Hire them to be like an
Mhm.
all-day maid service, mommy helper service. They
I love that.
will love the job. They're not going to branch out and start their own business and steal your, ideas and run off and do their own thing. They're going to be loyal employees and they're going to be fantastic at the job.
Something to think
That's
about.
great. Yeah. For
So
real.
all-day
I
maid
would also
service.
love to know, Candace, because we skipped this. I want to know because every time we talk to a cleaner, whether it's solo cleaning business owner, big business owner, whatever, nobody grew up for the most part as a little girl saying, when I get older, I'm going to open up a cleaning business. So I always love to know, how did you get your start and what made you want to go into this field? Because I feel like the cleaning industry happens to you. You
Yeah.
don't choose it. It just somehow
Oh, it
happens to
definitely
you.
happened to me. Absolutely. So I kind of I definitely fell into it. I always loved cleaning. For one, even when I was a kid, like I would always clean my mom's house. Like I loved cleaning. I would clean for friends. I would, I had a girlfriend that just had a baby and I was like, go put your feet up. I'm going to clean the house for you. Cleaning was always an act of love for me, to my friends and my family. We would go with my church and do free cleans for women in the church that were, going through cancer treatment. So cleaning was always my way of showing love to people. My husband, 2 weeks after our daughter was born, had to go to California for work. So I ended up moving back home to Greenville with our daughter while he was doing what he needed to do. And my father unexpectedly passed away after a couple years of us being here. So our plans of moving were done, and we decided we had to stay here to take care of my mom. So I had to find a job. I was waiting tables just to keep myself busy. I was waiting tables at a friend's restaurant, and I really loved waiting tables, which is really weird because most people can't stand waiting tables, but I loved it. I think that's just I love taking care of people in me, and I just, got that out. So I'm a person of faith, and so I just began to pray and just kind of ask God, where do I need to go? What do I need to do? Like, I need to figure out something, so help me out here. And starting a cleaning business just literally came to my mind, and I was like, okay, that actually seems like something I could do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to figure it out. And so I started with, I knew marketing. So I started there. I made a website. I made a Facebook. I made flyers. I ordered business cards. I came up with a name, did all that. And then I literally just hit the ground and started going door to door. And please don't tell people, but I put flyers in people's mailboxes. I know that's illegal now, but I didn't know it at the time. I didn't.
We will tell.
I'm pretty sure we did that once too when we first started out.
we
I feel like
did.
we've all done that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
What is the name of your cleaning business, by the way? I don't even know.
Spotless Home Cleaning.
Oh, beautiful.
Cute.
Very, very like, what's the word?
Very like put together, like very like, I don't want to say prim and proper, but very like official.
Very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Very intentional.
I don't know why I named it that, but that's what I came up with.
It works. I love it.
I don't know where it came from, but yeah, I just started putting flyers in people's mailboxes, made a Google business account and a Facebook, had no idea really what I was doing, and clients just started coming in, and then word of mouth just took off. And pretty much my entire business was built off of word of mouth.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes in the beginning, I feel, too, for us. I remember when we first got our first outside client, so not a friend or family, Holly called me and was like, oh my God, there's this woman and she wants us weekly. Oh my God. And we were freaking out because it was the first stranger that wanted us, and we still service her to this day.
Oh, I
Yeah.
serviced my first client too.
Oh,
That's
I love that. It's so
amazing.
special. It's
Yeah.
it's rare.
It really is.
Well,
I love that.
I don't call it bragging. I pride myself. Like, I've only lost like maybe 5 clients in my entire over a decade of cleaning, and that was literally to them moving out of the state.
Wow.
And
I'm
I
jealous.
had to fire one
That's
crazy
amazing.
person.
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
For sure.
We've had to do it
fired
too.
quite a few.
Yeah, if you haven't fired a client for being crazy, then you can't call yourself a cleaner.
Then you're not setting those boundaries
you are
probably.
not
If you've been in
setting those
business for a couple
boundaries.
years.
I was just going to say, then you call Candace and you get on a Zoom and you talk about setting boundaries.
Yes. We've talked about that a lot. Not all money is good money.
No, there's always a crazy one somewhere. Every cleaner's got some really good stories.
Oh, yeah.
Would you
yeah.
say that you enjoy your coaching? And I don't know, this is probably a loaded question, so I do apologize. But would you say that you enjoy your coaching more than your cleaning? Like your coaching job more than your cleaning job?
I do. I really do.
You do?
I love the coaching. I even told my husband the other day, I said, I really enjoy this. Like, I love just taking someone and like helping them achieve their goals and inspiring them to do something they never could have dreamed of, and taking them from here and then seeing them get to where they want to be. That's just my heart. Like, I really want everybody to succeed and to have, their dreams come true and hit their goals in this business. That is, such a passion of mine, is to see everybody just make it and just do good in life. And just to be able to be a part of that part of someone's story is just the best.
I totally understand. We relate to that. This is why we started our podcast and all that stuff too, because we also just love seeing people succeed. We really like, it makes my heart flutter. I just love it. So I totally understand that. And obviously I loved cleaning for my clients, and now that we don't clean anymore, I do miss, please, on the few days that we do get to go clean, I'm like, I'm so happy to be here. I'm like, so like, oh gosh, I miss it sometimes. But even like just being able to lead our employees now and even develop them is just something I'm also very passionate about. It's just like developing people, teaching them how to lead, teaching them how to grow their business. And then, you also put your passions into it, which is branding and marketing and social media and stuff. So then you really get to like live that passion out through these people, which is super nice.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm living a life that, I never thought that I would. I'm making, great money. Me and my husband have purchased our almost dream home. It's our one step to our, dream home. We've just built such a beautiful life, and I just want to see that for everybody. And there's so many home cleaners that have stories. Like I know personally, through TikTok and other, in real life, I call it, there's, women that are, have leaving domestic violence, situations. There are women that, are recovering, and there are women that are homeless. And I just see myself in all these women, and they want something of their own, and they want to achieve, something in their life and be successful. And they can do that. And I want to see that for them. And so that's the passion part for me.
I love that so much. That's amazing. Holly and I have been so big, even back when, we were solo cleaners, before we were even established as a legitimate business, like registered as a business. We always talked about how we absolutely despise the stigma surrounding cleaning and how we were on a mission and determined to change that stigma.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that slowly, I feel, over the years. And for our employees, our technicians, we call them cleaning experts because that's what they are.
I
We
love that.
reassure them, you are not just cleaning houses, you are changing lives, you are trained professionals.
Yeah.
We really instill in them that not only are they VIPs in this company, like they are the VIPs of the company, but also what they're doing matters. And I don't think that all of the cleaners out there really internalize that. And sometimes you can get down on yourself, because I did back when I was solo cleaning before we had our business. I was like, I'm just a cleaner. I'm just a cleaner. And there's no just. You are
No.
changing lives. You are saving marriages. So I just love that this
Yeah.
cleaning community has grown so much. And I see people so proud of what they do. And I feel like little Holly and Laura, if they could look now, they'd be so proud.
I love that you said that.
I know.
I literally just said that yesterday for National Home Cleaners Day. I've teached that on my page all the time, and I encourage the home cleaners that follow me and I share stories of how I have literally saved my clients' lives who were in depressions and, are, going through depression, the moms that I help and the people that I help every day. But I literally said the other day, you have saved marriages that you didn't know about. You have pulled people out of depressions that, when they had nobody, you were there coming in the house to clean and give them a clean, fresh space to breathe in again. You are giving that stressed out mom her time back, and so she can feed into her children and fill her own cup. Like, we are such a valued part of our communities, and there should never be any shame or any negative stigma about the jobs that we do. We give people their peace back. And that's why I love the ministry that I have of doing free cleans for moms in my town. And I share this on my page to encourage other people to do it. And I even give out the contract that I do for my free cleans to people. And I tell them, if you want to do free cleans, please reach out. I will help you find people in your area. We'll do whatever we need to do to help, because for every free clean that I do, there are 12 moms that I've had to say no to do that one. And I just finished my last one. It was a single mom of 5. 3 of her kids are medically complex, and one of her sons is terminal. And
Oh,
she has, between just her one child, 30 doctor appointments a month. This boy just had 2 surgeries,
wow.
and her home was just swallowing her whole. And I went in and not only, cleaned the house, but I also helped her organize it. We went through the playroom and threw away like half of the stuff. We donated stuff that needed to be, I wanted to leave it in a manageable state from her. So when I left, she didn't go right back into the chaos. So that is my heart in this. And I share that, I never, and I tell my fellows, I don't share this for the views. I don't share it for the likes. I don't share it for the praise. That has not, I want to inspire you to go out and do the same thing. And I want you to see the impact that you can make in your community, that you are more than just a cleaner. You can change people's lives with the gift that you have.
Absolutely. I love that. We do that too. We clean for cancer patients, of course. I think we all do that.
Yeah.
And we actually just like maybe a month ago or so cleaned because we're really passionate about animals and animal welfare. The shelters here on Long Island are just full and they're a mess. And so I had this idea. I was like, how can we help like like with what we have, And so I had this idea to reach out to foster parents. So like fur foster parents, right? So
Yeah.
those who are taking in these puppies and kittens and stuff, because we all know they have their hands full with all of this fur and all these paws running around. So we
Yeah.
just did one, last month, I think it was, for one of them. And she actually owns the rescue. And she was like, this was so amazing and so helpful. She was honestly so grateful for it. And so there are really cool ways to get creative and giving back to your community. And you find what you're super passionate about. And there are ways to do that, and now we're working out something where she gives them a folder, all of her people who like adopt an animal, she gives them a folder. So she was like, we should put a flyer in there for you to put in the folder that we give to them. So we're going to work on some like collaborating ideas. So even though like really the true reason is because you're giving back, sometimes it kind of ends up working out in your favor.
Right. Well, that's the thing I said about the branding. I said, give away the free cleans and help people in your community. Not only are you doing the great thing of giving back and helping someone in need, but people in your community are seeing your business name helping
Yeah.
others in the community. Like Adopt a Highway is another one I tell people to do. You get a free sign on the highway with your business name on it, and all you have to do is give back to your community and go pick up trash, maybe twice a year, and keep that side of the road looking nice, and you get free advertising. Like, what's wrong?
I did not know that.
You can adopt a highway. At least I know for sure here. I'm pretty sure they have this program everywhere. You can adopt a highway. You just sign up to do it. The town puts a sign on the side of the road that says this highway is adopted by, and your company name, whoever. And it's your responsibility for just cleaning up that little stretch of road.
Wow.
I actually saw one of our competitors, Imperial, adopt a highway.
Oh, really? I've
in
never
Brooklyn.
heard of this.
Yeah, it wasn't near us, but yeah, I've seen the adopt a highway signs.
Adopt a highway.
I was assuming you had to like pay a fortune to get
I
your
thought it
name
would
on
be
there.
like billboard pricing.
It's free because you're cleaning the road. So the town gives you the sign for free. It's free advertising. You just have to, do a public service and take care of the road in your town, which, I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. And then another thing I tell people to do also is be in your town like Christmas parade. Like, that's so much fun. You get to decorate your car, be in your parade, and thousands of people in your town see you. And I think it's like $25 in our town to sign up. It's not that much. And it's so fun. My whole family does it every year.
That's so fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
We just moved into a new office, as you probably know.
Yeah, I know.
And
Congratulations.
we're in this cute. I was gonna say everybody knows that because we talk about it nonstop.
We can't shut up about it.
But we're in this cute little village now, and I think they do fun stuff like that. So we're definitely, as the holidays approach, we're gonna try to get a lot more involved.
Yeah, small towns do so much. Like, we have something here called Sippin' in Simpsonville, where all the small businesses get together and give out free wine and, promote their businesses, and everybody gets drunk and shops around at the small businesses. I mean, there's so many little things that we do here.
I want to do that.
That sounds so fun. I'm about to
You
Let's
go
just pick up and go.
shopping.
We could just put
You go
together here.
shopping
Oh,
around
true.
all the small businesses, but when you go shop there, they give you free wine.
That is so
That's
cute.
genius.
That is so
genius.
smart.
Get them drunk so they buy your stuff.
I
That's
hope
so
that
smart.
when people are listening to this video, they're taking notes because there's so many
For
gold nuggets you're
real.
dropping here, Candace. Like
And
if
this is
people
just
are
a
not
little
taking notes, they
taste
need to
of what you
pause
get in the
this, go get a
coaching.
notepad and rewind.
Yes, I've got so many. Like,
amazing.
I geek out on this stuff. Like, I love it. And so many more ideas. Like, this is just like a tiny little taste of like all the ideas that
I
I
was
give
gonna
to my
say.
just a tiny taste of
I
it.
was gonna say this is a teaser. Imagine all the goodness you would get in an hour session.
Yeah, hour and a half. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sure that we have some listeners that their brains are going and they're like, oh my goodness, I need to connect with Candace. So I would love to know, what is the best way if somebody is listening and they're like, oh my goodness, I need more Candace in my life. How do I get her coaching program? How do I get a session? Can you just tell us how people can find you?
Yeah, well, Candace, like I said, I'm not big, like a techie social media person, and I am not someone that can manage a bunch of platforms. So I only have one, and that's TikTok, and it's Candace Cleans It All. Candace, that's the only and proper way to spell it. cleans it all. It's like a play on, remember Clarissa Explains It All? Well, don't make me feel that old.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We're 90s babies.
We're 90s babies. We know.
It's
We
a
know.
play on Clarissa Explains It All because I teach on my page and explain it all. So you can find me on there.
I love that.
Yeah. And you can follow me. And I am always giving, tips on and coaching and stuff on my page. I have a playlist for how to start a business, cleaning tips, and I have a business coaching playlist that has all my video tips that I've given on business, with business coaching ideas and tips. And then there's a link in my bio that takes you to my actual website where you can reach out to me directly and sign up for coaching.
Beautiful. And we'll
Awesome.
make sure to put all of those links in the description below so that if anybody's like, I just want to click and go, we will make sure we link everything for you below.
Oh, well, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, this was amazing. I'm like, every time we have a new guest on, I'm like, why have we not connected before this? Like that
I
is
know.
literally.
Every time we have a guest on, I'm like, I love this person.
Sam sent you to us, right? She was the one that was
Yeah.
like, you need to go on their podcast.
Yeah, she did the pod. You guys did the
Okay.
on the podcast.
Love my girl Sam.
And I saw it, and it was just, I was like, that sounds like, I listen to podcasts all day. I love podcasts. This would be something that is amazing to do. So, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I'm so glad she sent you our way because honestly, I feel like I've said this before, but I really mean it. We could charge for this episode because there was just some good stuff that dropped today.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm excited to go in and do the edit so that I can take notes as I go and be like, oh yeah, like adopt a highway. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, I got to do that. Oh yeah, like sponsor a family during Christmas time. Like a lot of really good creative stuff that you dropped today. And it was just amazing. So before we wrap up, I have to always end the episode with just one last question.
Okay.
And that is if you could give our listeners only one piece of advice to end this episode with, what would it be?
Oh,
Loaded question.
I know.
Again.
I love
Keep it
throwing all the
simple.
guests for a loop when I do that one.
Keep it simple and keep it fun. I believe that when your business gets overcomplicated and you're not having fun anymore, that you've made a wrong turn. So keep it simple, keep it
Yeah.
fun.
That's so good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated.
I love that. I need to take that advice.
I need to drop this mic, but it's on a stand and I can't.
Just do that.
Just mic drop. That
Mic
was,
drop.
oh, that's so good. It is true. It's true. If you're starting to feel burned out, it's time to revisit and reassess.
Yeah.
Love it. I need to revisit and reassess.
I always
I
tell my
know.
people when
Same.
Good advice.
I always tell my coaching clients that want to talk about boundaries and scheduling is once your calendar is controlling you, you no longer work for yourself.
Yeah, it's so true.
So true.
Yeah.
Remember that tomorrow when you're like, I want to work till 7.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, no.
Like Candace said no.
I'm gonna be like, Candace said we have to leave.
What would Candace do?
What
Boundaries.
would Candace do? I love
I
that.
just created a new tagline. I'm stealing it.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
It's
the
all
move.
you. It's all you,
We're
boo-boo.
putting that in
Get
the
bracelets
description.
made. What would
Honestly,
Candace
what
do?
would Candace? I'm just gonna be thinking that. I'm gonna be like, I need a new marketing venue. What am I gonna do? Like? What would Candace do?
We're cleaning ladies, so we have to have the headbands.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
It was so
Awesome. Well,
nice
this
to
has
meet
been-
you guys virtually.
It was
Same
a pleasure.
here. You're so genuine and so easy to talk to. And I'm just so thankful for the time that we have shared. I know you are a busy mama, so I really appreciate you taking an evening to chat with us.
You're so welcome.